Hello, this is Lauren, and we're live at the Loft. We've just seen Kabaka Pyramid perform, and it's been wonderful. Sawubona, Kabaka.
Sawubona.
Unjani.
Nyapila.
Oh, wonderful. That was African Life 101, and that was the Zulu lesson. How are you feeling today?
Great, we're giving thanks for life. It's a pleasure to perform here in Vienna for the first time. So just big up everybody, big up DJ Tough and the whole family,
How has it been so far in terms of your tour around Europe?
That's been excellent, Everywhere we go, we get great energy from the crowd, great vibes from the people. We see that the music spreading, And it's the same thing here. Me as a man, I try to have fun on stage, And that definitely happened tonight, Some freestyling and sing some of my Virgin them songs too, and just build a vibe,
In terms of reggae revival, I've read a few articles that have been, on the internet. There was one specific article that caught my attention from MTV, which said that Kabaka Pyramid is this reggae genius who's now transforming reggae into hip hop. What is your thinking, or what do you feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't call myself a genius, I'm just here trying to play my part in the music, and it's not really transforming it into hip hop. It's just bringing certain aspects of hip hop into and fusing it together, one thing. And those are my influences, reggae and hip hop. So naturally, that's what's going to come out. So it's heavily lyrical. The focus on the lyrics and the message, the conscious messages.
And like you're saying, in terms of the conscious messages, the song Worldwide Love, I've had the opportunity to actually listen to the lyrics per se, and I must say that they're very influential in terms of what's going on around in the world. What actually inspired those lyrics for you personally? Well,
it's just, as you say, what we see going on in the world. We see people being segregated by so many things. His Majesty said, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance to the color of his eyes, then there will be war. And it's like there's so many ways to differentiate yourself, but if we have love, then we see the unity. And on a metaphysical level, there is no real difference between us. There's all oneness. When you break down the physical and emotional and mental, you just come to a one spiritual plane. And love is what binds that plane together. So worldwide love, yes,
No, that's very, very true. And in terms of repatriation, on stage you had a very strong hold onto the word repatriation. It's a question that I've asked quite a few of the other artists that I've interviewed. But what does repatriation personally mean to you?
Well, personally, there's two aspects to it. There's a mental preparation, a mental return to Africa and to your roots, and the physical as well. Because I believe that, we belong in Africa. We came from Africa and we were taken away from Africa against our will, our ancestors, which are really us. Because in Africa we accept reincarnation and these things. So, it's like, I feel that there is space for us in Africa. There is land for us to grow our own food and build our own self-sufficient communities. And I believe Africa is the best place for us to begin and do that. And I think they're projecting the wrong image of Africa to the media, especially in the West, through the media. And I just wants to know that Africa is there for us. Africa is being developed right now. And it's up to us as ones who have certain levels of education and certain levels of wisdom and things to really shape the development of Africa. 'Cause personally, I don't want Africa turn into another America, or another Europe, where you see certain buildings developing and you go away from nature and things like that. So a song named No Capitalist is a song where I address issues like that. They're mashing up the world with them roads and cement. Where in Africa, we used to build houses with mud and with bricks and stone, like natural, harmonic, resources, So, it's like, that is how I see it, and I feel Africa is the place for I and I,
And what does Zion mean to you as well?
Zion. Well, Zion is Zion is the source, you know what I mean, that we'll return to. It is what the yogi up in Tibet aspires to when he meditates and he wants to reach nirvana. That is Zion. That place where you remove everything that is not real and you come to the reality of oneness. You know what I mean? It's the same source where love comes from. Love is from Zion. You know what I mean? And Zion is within each and every one of I and I. You know what I mean? So, you know, symbolically, Africa is Zion for me because, again, it's the source. It's where humanity came from and where we evolved as human beings. So it's symbolically the physical aspect of Zion for me is Africa.
The name Kabaka originates from Uganda. It's Ugandan, meaning king. How did it come about that you were named Kabaka? Kabaka Pyramid.
Well, I mean, I've had many names throughout even my musical career, and I've always given myself names. Yeah. For some reason, nobody don't seem to give me any names, you know, so I decided that I wanted an African name, you know, because I was growing spiritually and I realized my connection with Africa. So I literally was online looking up African names. I'm not going to hide and talk. You know, it's a real thing. And I found the name Kabaka and it said Uganda, because they tell you where the name come from and what it means. But then I did some research and I realized that there's an empire called Buganda in the physical region of Uganda, and there is a title for the king. You know what I mean? So this is things that I came across after I already took up the name, because I am deeply into ancient Egyptian culture as well. And it was interesting because the Ka in Egypt or in Kemet is the personality and the Ba is the soul. So me as a man where musically it's like I was coming from two personalities, reggae and hip hop, but it's still one artist. So it's like Kabaka just fuse the two ideas in one, you know what I mean? So that is a deeper meaning as to why I, you know, resonated with the name. But, you know, it definitely stems from Buganda.
Well, it definitely goes back to motherland Africa as well. So you've got a much deeper connection in terms of your name and the relation that it has. In terms of the message that you'd have to the youth back home in Africa and in terms of the rest of the world, what would your message of inspiration to the youth be?
I mean, it's always important to look into yourself. You know what I mean? We cannot depend on anyone external to really give us peace. You know what I mean? Everything starts with self and self-sufficiency. You know what I mean? When you're trying to develop even an organization, it is not important for me to seek loans from people and things like that, because they try to own you and they try to limit your potential. Build upon what you can with yourself and your natural resources around you, and you will, the Most High always provides what you need. You know what I mean? So never get weary if you see it's rough, you know what I mean, because there will always be a brighter moment, you know.
It's really all about perseverance at the end of the day. It's about not letting yourself down and letting yourself go, and just persevering and moving on to the next steps in life. What are your future projects? What are we expecting in terms of your musical projects?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can look forward to another EP coming out, released by our label Baby Rock. Yeah. You know, it's a compilation of some songs within the last 2 years. Yeah. And about 2 to 3 new songs will be on it, brand new. But the rest of them are songs people will be familiar with, like No Capitalist, Worldwide Love, Warrior, songs like that. It's called Lead the Way. So my song Lead the Way that I started the set with tonight, that will be the first track and the title track of the EP. So can look forward to that. More videos. You know, hope to be dropping some more videos soon. You know, we're going to be touring. Hopefully we can make it to the motherland by the end of this year, if not next year. You know what I mean? And just more music. I'm working on an album, said way, you know, fresh, brand new material. So hopefully next year we can looking forward to dropping an album, you know. Yeah.
That's great, and we'll be looking forward to hearing something new from you. Well, from African Life, we would like to say thank you very much. Thank you for really affording us this opportunity to interview you. We wish you all the best on your future tours, on your future projects, and may all be well with you. And Thank you. Peace out. One love with
No
Kabaka Pyramid.